Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Sarge, and this is going to be a live commentary. I haven't done one of these in a long time since it's really hard for me to do these type of things with my Elgato, and I'm not really good with off the script type of commentary. But in this video, I want to actually try and showcase my favorite DPS build that I've been using for the past few weeks now, and I've really enjoyed it a lot. I've been using a lot of Saryn Primes since I'm mostly a tank player. I like using people like Rhino and Inaros. I like using tanks. But I decided I want to try and be a little bit more DPS and try to find a good hybrid between DPS and tank. And I found Saryn. Since Saryn did get that little bit of a rework with the whole you can't place spores on your molt anymore, she's been a lot more aggressive, and to me it's a lot better than it used to be. It's a lot less lazy, and I actually like this new way of Saryn where you're a lot more team oriented and more DPS kind of ish. And I'm going to showcase my build here for now. So I am using mainly a spore build. It doesn't have much DPS as in like power strength, but it does have a lot of range, so it will proc really often and it would hit a lot of enemies. It has a little bit of efficiency, so I can actually combine that with Xeneric and I'll have a lot of times I can use the ability, and a little bit of duration just so they actually tick longer and the abilities just stick a little bit longer. It will stick for a long time, so it pretty much helps. I am using corrosive projection so I can strip their armor even more, and it'll combine with the actual spores. And I'm using the Ignis Wraith with mainly a viral and radiation build, so it will be really good against a Grineer. Now I'm going to showcase this on the sorties since I feel like this is the best place I could do it without going into like the simulacrum and just showing it there. That's not really a best way of teaching, or at least showing like the actual build. I don't think that's the best way of doing it. So I'm gonna be in the mission. I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so we're in the mission. I'm gonna activate my Xeneric so I can get some energy, and I'm gonna see how well I can actually do this. Since I finally actually was able to complete my build today, I'm actually gonna try and see how much damage I can actually do with this build. I am playing in like a very weird way. I have my hands behind my back because I don't want to hear clicking noises. Since I do play on console, there will be a lot of clicking noises until I can get like a pop filter or some kind of like sound, maybe like reduction. I could try and add the audacity into it to reduce sound in the background, but it's kind of annoying doing that since I have to rip the files, and it's not really worth it. So I might play a little bit weird and unorthodox, and I might play a lot slower since I have to play in such a weird position. But I do want to showcase this since I really do like this build, and I like using it a lot in like defenses. In defense missions, I do a lot of damage into this, especially when I'm like leveling up weapons or I'm trying to help other people level up. I tend to bring this frame along since I'll be able to just dish out all the damage and give them all the XP with the shared affinity. It actually works pretty well, and I like it. I feel like in the Exterminate, this is like my weakest way of actually doing any DPS, since my spores don't really spread fast enough and I can't really get them to proc half the time since they're usually dead by then anyways. On weaker enemies, this doesn't tend to work. It usually works best on like level 75 to level 100 enemies. Yeah, like right now I got like 13 people procced, but they will probably die anyways from like miasma and stuff like that. The miasma with the corrosive proc works really well, especially on mid-tier enemies. It like pretty much nukes them completely. Even on a lower power strength, it works pretty well. And since I have radiation on this, I can definitely kill the Grineer a lot faster. Yeah, okay, so against the Nox, this is pretty annoying. Like, even though I'm not a tank, it does do a lot of damage, but I can easily just like cast a molt and it would completely nullify all the effects. And plus I have negate on my sentinel, so pretty much any proc that I would take, I don't take the full effect unless I get procced multiple times at the same time. But then again, I can easily just cast molt and I won't have any status effects. But the moment my sentinel dies, it just get kind of annoying when you have to keep casting molt just to like cleanse yourself of status effects. But either way, it's still really good to have both like in unison, just being able to always have your status effects cleansed on your body, and you won't get procced by any toxins or electricity or anything like that, or fire. Pretty much nothing would affect you. Okay, so for a first run, that wasn't really bad. I didn't get to do as much damage as I wanted to since I couldn't really cast any of my abilities on this, which was kind of disappointing, but I probably can do better if I can get something like a survival or a defense, or pretty much anything that involves the enemies all piling up. I might be able to do much better. So I will see you guys in the next mission. Okay, so now this is another exterminate mission, which I'm surprised a lot of sorties these days are tending to do this kind of stuff, where you would get either the same mission twice, or you might get multiple of the same conditions. So you'd probably end up getting stuff like energy reduction twice on like the first and third mission, which can be kind of annoying since with this frame you don't really have like many options. You do want to cast your spores, but you also want to use your miasma at the same time. But then you also want to add toxic lash, so it's like you want to use one or the other, and figuring out which situation you want to use what, it just all depends on the mission type. But I did have to come with a new squad, even though I do have this potato fellow back in my squad. I did have to leave since one of them backed out, and the entire squad pretty much got kicked out. I'm surprised they gave us a second exterminate though. Like, I really wanted to showcase like the actual DPS. But I'm guessing I'm not going to be able to do that in any of these, since the last one is an assassination, which I'm going to be pretty disappointed since I'm not going to be able to do much. I might be able to strip the armor and reduce the health with miasma, but I'm not going to be able to just have like a long run unless I actually do like a survival or something. I feel like that's going to be my best bet. You know, the beauty of the radiation procs that I actually get from this weapon is that even if I don't actually kill them and I just spray, like, I just spray and just move forward, they end up killing each other anyway, since they do get affected by the radiation proc, and then they just turn on each other, so I don't even have to worry about actually, like, aiming half the time with the Ignis, which is really nice. And then it adds really well with the mobility. I'll be able to just jump up and do, like, bullet jumping. I wouldn't have to worry about my aim too much since range. Okay, so I think that's pretty much the end of this mission. We're just gonna pretty much zoom right through it. I'm gonna proc these guys, and they all died, so I guess my proc's gone. But I'm just gonna go through this and just finish the mission from here, kill the last few enemies. I'm surprised there's a lot of extra enemies. Okay, and that's pretty much the second exterminate, which I think I actually did less damage than before. I'm not too sure. I don't know why I'm not doing as much damage. Maybe just because of the exterminate. But I'll see you guys in the next mission. Alright, so we're in the third mission. This is an energy reduction, which I am kind of disappointed in since I won't be able to use my abilities that much, which I really wanted to do. But we are fighting Lieutenant Lech Krill, which can be kind of an annoying fight, since this weapon doesn't really have like high burst damage, but it does have a good lingering damage, so I won't have to like aim at a specific spot. I can easily just hit him on his back and I'll easily be able to destroy the tubes, which should make it a lot easier to deal with than just shooting it with like my Heck or Tigris, which I tend to do a lot since I want to be able to just kill him in 1 or 2 shots, but this should make it a lot easier. Okay, so we finally made it to the fight. And this is going to be pretty annoying probably since he is level 100 and I'm probably going to take a lot of damage. But I will be able to just proc him from the back even though I can't really hit him specifically where I want. I will be able to hit him in all locations, which is nice, so I won't have to require too much aim. But it all kind of depends on my team too, since I can't really do all the work since I do need other DPS to help me on this. I can only proc him for whatever it is worth. I'm not sure if heavy caliber actually affects this. I highly doubt it. So he still has one more tube that he needs to destroy. And I think, yeah, now he can be damaged. Now I can actually proc him. I'll try. I'm pretty much going to do everything. Okay, yeah, he's pretty much dead. Yep. He lost all of his armor completely, and the radiation probably did a lot for us. Okay, so that was a pretty easy fight. I didn't expect it to be that easy. I thought he would be a little bit more annoying since usually that fight can be kind of annoying to actually go through. And of course we get an I-10 sculpture, which can't get enough of those. I would really have preferred getting something like Kuva since I could use that for more ribbon mods. And I could probably make videos on, you know, trying to get like perfect rolls and stuff like that and showcasing different ways of using ribbons, since a lot of people tend to just go for god rolls, but there's a lot of other ways that you could use ribbons that are not just like crit damage, crit chance, and just like raw damage. So yeah, that's pretty much the sortie. Like, I kind of expected it to be a lot harder, but it wasn't. So yeah, I'm going to showcase my build one more time since I'm going to leave the squad first. And yeah, I'm going to showcase this one more time just for anybody who wants to use this build. It's pretty good. I know I couldn't showcase it in the best way possible, but it's a pretty fun build. It has a little bit of everything. You have your range, you have your DPS, you have regenerative molt, which will help you to keep yourself alive a lot longer, since it will be able to remove all the status effects that you're taking at the moment, but it'll also give you health back over time. So if you're about to die, you can easily proc this and run away so you can get some distance, and you can just regenerate all your health pretty fast. I do have Arcane Guardian. I don't have him at any rank since I don't do Terrorless, like pretty much Eidolon hunting that much. You can use Arcane Guardian to give yourself more tankiness, and you can also use Arcane Energize since you will need a lot of energy to actually use a lot of your abilities. You can combine Zeneric to go with it, since Zeneric is pretty good, and I use the Ignis most of the time just for the AoE, and it helps for like not having to aim too much, and you can easily pop the spores in like a mere second, and you can just pop multiple spores at the same time by just spraying and praying at everybody. But I also use a radiation viral build on this. I'm not going for a crit based build, it's mostly for status, so I can easily proc all my enemies with radiation even if I don't actually kill them, and the viral will actually reduce their health to make it easier to kill them, especially on high tier enemies. So that's pretty much my builds, and one of my favorite DPS builds that I have at the time. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know if you think I should do more videos like this, like showcasing it in more of a live commentary, or should I go back to doing more scripted stuff, since it's kind of harder for me to do this, since I don't really do well off script. I tend to ramble a lot, mumble a lot, and just the way I talk is not really like more entertaining. I tend to just ramble and ramble on of nonsense like I'm doing right now pretty much. So that'll be the video for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Warframe content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.